Hey y'all! It's been a while since I've seen y'all. Hold up right quick. Okay. I'm back again. So, just want to say happy 2020 to all y'all. To all my little. What should I call y'all? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out when we get there. Anyways, but here I am again, just making some tea because that's what I thought I should do today. I wanted to make some tea. Is it recording? Yeah. Oh, it's telling me how long I have to record. Okay. Anyways, but again, so today we're gonna do the Relax Jasmine brand, and oh shoot, it's warming up. Okay, gotta pay attention to that. And this peach and rose. Peach and roses. Yeah. I bought this while I was in Japan back in March. Shout out to my friends who were there with me. Well, and remember that time there was a fire in the club after we left? That was great. That was a really good night. That was a good night. I remember I fought for my life. Anyways, that'll be another story for another day. Today I'm just gonna go over a lot of stuff that I've just been through, or just some stuff looking into 2020, how I wanna navigate it. Oh, also, if you're watching this same day or within the next 2 days, today is like January 9th. If you're watching this in the next 2 days, and that means you should be seeing the full moon, and that should be lasting from here till Saturday, and then I will be doing the waiting. Yeah, things have just been moving for me. Life's been going. I've been trying. I've just been reading a lot. I've really been into so if you don't know, there's a thing called isekai. Whether you read anime or manga, it doesn't really matter. They're both subgenres now of just basically regular adventure stories, really. But now, I've really been into the isekai that goes into like female has to be reborn because she was killed by her lover or her family, or she lived her life to a point but was treated horribly and dies but gets a second chance at it like 10 or something years beforehand. Or they reincarnate into an otome game. If you don't know what an otome game is, it basically is just like a love story game where you can choose like one of however many options to like fall in love with and then go for that. So yeah, and I've just been watching those ones, and I don't know why, I've just been like really into it. There's this one, I think it's called The Duchess and Her 50 Tea Recipes, and I just fell in love with it. Like, I fell in love. So fun fact about me, and I totally forgot about it until I reread this story, but I've kind of just always like had a thing for tea. I've always just thought it's just something cool, and like ever since I was little, I just kind of always been paying attention to it because my grandfather, he would always be gifted teas at his yearly ceremony, or not ceremony, but they would have this appreciation service for him at my church because he would be doing everything and some change, even though I guess at the time maybe he was like 50 or something. I don't know. He was pretty old. Yeah, I don't mean it's not me trying to be rude. It's just he was pretty on in years. And he's still, like, people have to fight him not to do so much. Like, he shouldn't have been doing so much to begin with. But he was the assistant pastor, and he was always making miracles out of everything. And people appreciated him, like, once a year, but both me and my family were just like, we wish you would appreciate him all the time and not just wait till once a year to really kind of show out. But, yeah, he would do that, and they would always give him teas. And he really wouldn't drink a lot of them. He's really more so into coffee. And I would end up drinking the teas, and I would experiment, and I'd make different teas, especially during middle school. I'd experiment with different teas, different lemon ratios, sweeteners, different flavors that go well together. So yeah, that's just it. And then I remember in 4th grade, I had to stay at this summer camp / daycare thing because my mom was in the military and she couldn't like be there for me, and she couldn't just leave me at home alone, and it would make sure that I would eat and quote unquote made friends, socialize with nice people. So there was this one day where I was on this playground, and there was this me and this little boy playing, And I was running a tea shop, and like there was this little grinder, and I would like put leaves and sand in it and like grind the tea leaves. I'm such a nerd. But I would grind the tea leaves, and like I would serve them different cups and like tell them of all these different like little effects, because I was a fantastical child. To say I wasn't not trying to say I'm fantastic, but like I was always living in my fantasy world, always making a different life for myself, different forms of escapism that I did. I should try to finish a book. I should try to finish a book. I've written or I wrote a lot of things. I never finished much, unless it's a letter. I always write letters. I love writing letters too. I'm just so old in spirit. You've been telling me all my life I have an old soul, and at this point I kind of see why. But oh, I also got new frames. If you didn't know, I got new glasses. Wow, we're just really going into 2020, letting out all the cats out of the bag, because I keep forgetting that there's cats that need to let out of the bag. Yeah, I got these off of Zenny. This is not a sponsor, but Zenny Opticals. If you know how to get a military discount, you can get a military discount off their online lenses. They'll go through with you on the site. But yeah, I bought these and I really like them. They're transition lenses. They do a very light transition, not very harsh at all. And like, I can wear it in and out of work clothes. Nobody ever thinks that I'm wearing sunglasses, I think, or I guess nobody really cares. But yeah, they're really nice, anti-scratch resistant and all that jazz. But on back to our main point, because we were really talking about tea and me and my relationship with tea, and that was the whole point why I did this, because I was making some tea. The water smells good. Where was I? But yeah, I was just always into tea. Oh yeah. No, we talked about the news stories I've been reading. I also have been reading them on Manga Rock, but I don't know if you guys can read them on it, because I have the definitive version. And I'm also like, and that's, I have the definitive version as well as like I'm a tester, or I'm in their whatchamacallit. They're testing for the app group, so like I'm using features that people aren't using, and I have a little bit more access to more stories and different manga that people may not have. But yeah, I just always had a really nice relationship with tea, and I guess like back in the 4th grade, like around that time, I was really getting into baking and teas and just like a lot of different cultures, because I don't really have a lot of relationship with mine besides my daily life and being able to understand the struggles of others. But I'm not necessarily within my own culture, because my own culture doesn't necessarily accept me. And by my own culture, I mostly mean like black men. And I'll say it again for the people in the back: black men mostly. Like I'm usually good with black women, black females. Like we do very well. Gay, non-binary, pansexual, LGBTQA. I get along with them. Black, straight, cisgendered males. No, we don't. I can get along with them, but that's only because I'm naturally just a nice person. But in all actuality, I always feel othered when I'm around them, because I don't really belong, and I can't talk to them about things. I can talk about their experience, but I can't talk about mine. And that shit's always sad. I like cuss. Have I been cussing this whole video? Oh, the steam's rising. We're almost there. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this get to a boil, and then I'm gonna take it off the heat. I'm gonna unplug it so that way, like, the heating process stops, and then I'll start putting the tea bags to just sit and rest. But yeah. I guess now, if I really were to say like how I feel about tea, so it's like I've always loved the idea of just like having my own little tea shop in a corner, in a place where there's actual seasons, serving hot, cold teas. Like there was this place that I wanted to work. It's not Tivana, but some tea shop down at the Ala Moana Mall. If people don't, I'm not going into that. But yeah, there's this tea shop, and I really wanted to work there, but I don't think I put in an application, and I checked up on it for like a whole month and some change. But then they mostly only hire females. Like I've never seen any male workers there. I'm not saying it's discrimination, but I don't think. I guess they just don't think I'm the right fit, and that's fine. I mean, they haven't seen me in person besides like the manager, but she's not the one who hires. It has to be the actual business owners, and they're opening up a new shop in London. Blech. Ooh, wow! I just want to get a second job. Please, can you give me a job? Shout out to Spirited Away references. A little bit more. But yeah, I've always wanted to own one, have a tea shop in the rain. I guess in the modern day, you have to like you would have to have flipping coffee's part of it because that's what people are into. Served iced drinks for both coffee and tea and all that jazz. So as you can see, this is about 4 cups. So we're gonna do 2 bags of jasmine. I feel like I don't even really need that much, but I know I do. So 2 bags of jasmine, 1, 2, and then I think we're gonna do 2 bags of peach and rose. Maybe just 1. I think that might be enough for it all. So I'm just gonna do 1. Oh, it smells really fragrant too. Like you can smell the peach. You don't necessarily smell the rose, but you definitely smell the peach. And then jasmine, depending on where you buy it and how you've been storing it, it can smell different. Because sometimes jasmine smells like green to me, and this might just be green jasmine tea, but I don't know. Oh, the company is Ito En, Japan's #1 tea company. This is not sponsored. Yeah, but yeah, just having that. But I'm also very dramatic, so there's not really much we can do about that. Fudge, how long was it supposed to? Is that 11 minutes? Okay. But yeah, that's just me. I guess we were really going to talk about goals, but we didn't really end up talking about goals, so it's just like, I guess just a little bit of a catch up about me in 2020. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video, which might be me drinking some tea instead of making it because it's about the same process, and I don't want to make these videos any longer than like 10 to 13 minutes. So, love you guys. Bye.